Good news, everyone. Smart has been updated. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back for Satisfactory Update 6. Hey, Joe. Welcome. Thanks for claiming first. We're going to jump back into our base in just a moment here and pick up where we left off.
SMRT. That spells smart.
That does spell smart. Smart. Jump back in here where we left off the last time and pick up working on our stator base. We had updated the Quickwire to produce 2.5 times what it was producing before. Well, slightly more than 2.5 times what it was before. And so now we're ready to make the Quickwire Stators, and then we can rebuild the motor factory to make all the things. Now, of course, Smart got updated the day after I needed it, but we're going to need it some more today and for the next however long in order to get these couple of factories redone and then also move on to the nuclear eventually. So having that stuff will be super useful. And I see that I have some lag going on here. Do I look lagged out on the video? On the stream? I could very well be having some lag. Hard to say. Yeah, maybe it's better now. Hopefully. Anyway, let's jump into the game and see what's going on here. Okay, where'd the game go? There it is. Alright, so we're here. And I was seeing some lag on my screen. I wasn't sure if it was just the screen or there was more to it than that, but looks like I'm better now. Using a lot of CPU though. Hopefully it's not something with Smart or the other. I enabled another mod too that had been updated that we don't really need because we've been using it, but it's the recipe copier one. Although we could potentially use it too pretty soon. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's see, we need 1, 2, 3 here. Smart. Welcome back, Smart. The image is frozen. My stream feed is fine. Okay. Yeah, try that. See if that works any. I think we needed 15, right? Wasn't that the number? Oops. And then we go out this way. I forget how many stations we need to bring in here. 2? Plus 1 out? Yeah. So that's going to be probably about that many. Whoa. Yeah, there is a little bit of lag going on with the game. I hope it's not Smart. Because that would not be great if it was. Yeah, those go there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 here. Well, that's good at least. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 here. And then we do transport train station. Turn you around. You go here. Solid product in. We'll put it on that side, I think. Turn it around. Fall pretty soon. Here. There. And here, I believe. And I'm out of concrete. I guess I should have refilled my inventory of supplies before I decided to jump into the game tonight. Also, my sound is really low. On my end. A headphone thing. Okay, we have plenty here, though. That should be fine. Let's work on these rails a little bit more. Hey there, Caledon train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No fall, you were in the platform at least? Oh, yeah, I meant I was just going to lose power. Wait, that's too far. That's too far. You go too far. Might as well do that while we're here. And I built a little bit too much foundation, which is fine. Better to have too much than not enough. I think we were trimming... We were leaving one whole one here, I think. So I only did one too many. That's not bad, considering. Yeah, it's not like it was in Foundry, where I would fall all the time. And then actually fall. Oops. Here? One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And of course I've got to do those as well. But I actually need to back my train up now a little. And at least put the curve here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be problematic. That's not long enough. We're going to have to back the train up into the intersection. Yay! Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, this goes here. That goes there. And signals. Do one... I need copper sheets. Oh, I dumped off my copper sheets in the train because I was full of something else. I'm still full of something. I don't need that. I don't need that. Why do I have so much crap in here? What do I have too much of? This? Okay. Signals. I'll still have to do a few signals after this on that entrance there, but this will get most of them out of the way. Here. And here. Right? No, that goes there. You're just one of these. And then that means I need to have one of these here too. Huh? Why are you unhappy? Every once in a while, it doesn't like the double signals here. I don't know why. It could be a... It could be a, thing here. Weird. Okay, now it's happy. It was the thing. Okay, so that's most of this. Like I said, we'll have to back this train out into the intersection to fix this part. Which could be dangerous. I will just slowly back it up. And we'll see how much of the intersection we have to block off. And go a little bit more. Autosave. Auto-hydrate. Okay, that's super creepy. I was just watching the CPU usage. And during the autosave, my CPU usage cuts in half. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more here. Let's see, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. And then we do this. And we do that. Not strictly necessary, but we'll do it all anyway. Alright. Now we can pull in. I guess I can pull all the way in. There we go. Okay. So, next we need to build the platform underneath. And I'm still seeing some... It might be this part of the desert or something, too. I'm still seeing some graphical lag, although we weren't seeing it the other day. So who knows. 10 meters down. Missed this one. That's fine. Oops, I forgot to do the smart thing. Because I forgot about smart. Got out of the habit already. Let's see. Definitely going to go here. Probably one more over. To there. And then we'll do, of course, a few of these like this. And a bunch of those like that. And then a bunch of these like that. And a couple of those like this. And actually, I think it's going to end up going like this, too. Let's see. We need to have... Actually, I don't know which way we want to do this. That'll be the train platform, though. And then, of course, we go down here. Hey, Nutmeg. Welcome. Hey, look, there's me. We go down here some amount. We're going to need to have a couple of things. First off, we need to have some temporary power connecting from... Oops, wrong button. That's why. Connecting from the station, which I always do it on this side for whatever crazed reason, down to here, and then we're going to figure out how far we can go down. Toward the ground here. Let's do hold here. Oh, I didn't say that. I wouldn't agree, or I would not. Jeez, oh Pete. Oh, jeez, oh Pete. Okay, about that. And then we'll just do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. You can go too far down. That's how far? Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You go too far. Any danger down here? Actually, the waterfall could be causing lag too, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We all know water simulation causes problems in games. Ah, there's a danger. There's something else too. No? Okay. How are you doing tonight, Nutmeg? Just from the critters, yes. Let's see, is that too far? Did we go too far? That's probably actually pretty good. because we do want to have a little bit of support here. So let's do coated concrete, 1 meter, and then we can put these here. Yeah, and we can do some quantity of things here. We haven't done any math yet, which is probably the flaw here. Actually, is that going to be a problem over there? Could become a problem. It could. Goodbye. We can come this way a little bit more. But that'll be our bottom floor, and then we'll go up to 2 more foundation, or 2 more walls. We'll do a bit here, and that'll be our factory floor. We should have done the math already on this, so let's do the math now. How much space are we going to need? Well, I don't know. We're currently making stators at... We're currently making 10 of the other stators at 5 per minute each, so 50 per minute. And that is not enough by 14 already. And we're going to need a lot more than that. So let's take a look at the stator recipe, the other stator recipe here, the alternate Quickwire Stators. This makes 8 per minute. We're going to need to have at least 64, so that's at least 8 of these to break even. I think we'll be better off if we do something like, well, how many can we do? We have lots of Quickwire available. 1950 surplus, actually, right now. So we could bring in easily a whole belt full of Quickwire for this, 780 or maybe 720, depending on how we want to do that. If we did 720, that would be 12 machines, which would also be 12 times 16 steel pipes per minute, which is 192. If we did that many pipe, I need to check where the pipes are at here. Steel pipe. I have 255 available right now. We the rotor recipe that we are looking at switching to, is the copper rotor, which doesn't use pipes. It uses beams. So we're actually going to have some amount of extra pipe as well. That's 250 between the rotors and the stators we have being made right now. So we're actually going to have plenty of pipe if we go with 12 of these. So I think we should go with 12 of these. Now, we could do... We could either do 2 belts in... So we could do this a couple of different ways. I don't want to do a line of 12. That's too long. But we could do these kind of facing each other. A la... this. And then have them loading onto a common belt in the middle. Or we could have them butted up against each other and pulling from a common belt in the middle. I think I like the facing each other option better because that ends up being, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4 belts. No, we should have them butted up against each other. But we'll have to plan that a little bit to be careful. And Joe would like a dad joke. Let's see what we can find here. I wish my gray hair started in Las Vegas, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Not gray yet, but it'll happen soon enough, I'm sure. So I think we'll have them back to back here, because I think that makes a little bit more sense from a design whatever perspective. We should come out... Gray hair, yes. How did I know that was coming? We also need to plan this out. Creek. Speaking of creek, I went bowling yesterday for the first time in like 15 plus years. Been so long I couldn't exactly pinpoint the last time I went. And it turns out those things are hard when you haven't done them in a long time. Yep. Just trying to decide how I want the boxes to go to be relative to the building and whatnot. Which box should be for which item. The pipes have a very short drive. They're just coming from over there. The Quickwire is coming from a long way, but the Stators have a long way to go all the way up there too, so meh. Maybe we'll do Stators here then. So let's try this. Let's just do this little bit of planning here. This is an output station, so we'll put one there and one there. And then we'll have, this is going to output 12 times, I think it was 8. So that's a Mark II belt. Why is that not right? Because it's too high. Good job. Come down here where you can see where the level is. Do it right, Wally. There we go. Alright, and then we'll put this box here. Hey, Jeff. Welcome. I also got to remember where to put the drone port, too, because some of these stators need to be output via drone. And I think we'll just put the drone port on the front side there. So this should be fine. Let's do organization, industrial storage. You'll go, I think, here. But I could be off by one or more. Oh, yeah. Off by one or more.
Shoot.
Exactly. Shoot, Jeff. Don't shoot, Jeff. I'll come up with a reason eventually. Alright, there we go. That'll be where that one goes. That'll be the output station, and then we'll have inputs here. We'll make this one be the Quickwire one, so this is going to be a Mark V. And then pipes was like just under 200, so we'll make that a Mark III. Now I can remember which one goes where to. You there. Because you all know how well my memory works. You've been around long enough. There we go. Okay, Quickwire Stator. You'll be a unload station. You'll be an unload station. Or, sorry, Quickwire and pipes, not Stators. Stators are here. Guess I could also rename the station at some point. That would be nice. And then this can go... This could actually angle either way, but I think we're going to angle these this way as well. Do. Is it there? It is. And then this one goes here. So we're not going to need as much of this side. In fact, you can probably take away at least 2 of these right off the bat. At least. Possibly the third one. Actually, almost certainly the third one, too.
Poke, poke, poke. Is that all you do?
Hey, Glass. Welcome. Money Don't Jiggle Jiggle remix with Linkin Park fits you well. I don't know if I know that song at all anyway. There's a whatever the more popular Linkin Park songs I would recognize from the old days, but in terms of having been a listener of theirs, nah. Let's do... Yeah, let's do this. Assembler. Do I want to start here? Do I care where this starts exactly? I'll probably come over at least one more, though. Yeah, this should work. We'll start right here then. 2 spaces away on this side. And then this one's going to get flipped around. Falling. Falling. This part I'm going to have to figure out. If that's far enough or not. But we need at least probably that much, if not more. I hear you. Where are you? There you are. Hello, my little friend. And you're dead. Goodbye. Now will you shut up for a while? Okay, let's see. Let me grab this power and bring it in here so that I can connect to something. So I can fly around here, I mean. Let's see, these will be a splitter in between these two machines, so that's anywhere near far enough away. And we're going to want to run these down the middle, which is uncommon. What the heck? Also, my hat is moving. Lifting off my head. There we go. What happened? What happened? What happened? Why? Yes, I think. This is going to go here. And then the lift will go like that. And then like that. Yep. Okay, so then this goes here. And then this goes here. But I think I want to do 2 more meters there. If I do that, that means you're still going to go there instead. And this one will just get shifted over 1 more meter. Like that. And then these will just look like this down below. Which is fine. For the purposes of having this aligned with that edge. Alternatively, I could pull them all back by 1 meter. Like, so it would be there instead? Yeah, let's do that instead. Okay, you and you. Instead of being there, you'll be here and here. Instead of you being there, you'll be here. And instead of you being there, you'll be here. And this output will be here. Autosave, auto hydrate. Okay, so that's the sort of order of things here. We'll do. We wanted 12 of these, so we'll do 5 more here. We'll do 5 more here, and that'll be our 12. So, we don't need all of this down here. We could just do another one of these. I think that puts us there. That should be good. This will come out. 2 there. Only 1 here. We need to add a bit more here. Might have been too much. Nope, not enough. There you go. 2 here. 1.5 or so there. That's good. Okay. So, these are going to need to have power. We'll put the power on either end. You'll go here. For now, I'm going to connect it up to that. And this will go to here. And finally here. Oh, come on, thing. Don't be so crazy. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's our power. We'll have the recipe, of course, of Quickwire Stator. I didn't remake the recipe copier thing right yet, so we're just going to paste these the old-fashioned way here. It's not as bad as it used to be, at least. There we go. And then we'll do these. Okay. And then these. And these. All right. 16, 60, and 8. So we can do Mark 1s the whole way. That's good. That one got hosed. There we go. So, Glass, Jeff, Nutmeg, you all missed the announcement that Smart is back. Caledorn. Welcome. Oops, that's not the right thing. Good to see you. Well, old at least, yep. Although the name's not McDonald. Although, odds are I'm probably related to McDonald somewhere along the line. Those guys had lots of kids. Or something. Prolific. That's the word we want to use for them. Yes, SMRT is back. Prolific. Pro something else too, I think. How are you doing tonight, Caledorn?
Oof.
Oof. Oof indeed. Well, that is what it is. I'm not changing it now. Mispositioned that slightly. Your stomach is not happy with you. Is who playing RimWorld? I know you aren't asking me. Everybody knows how much I like RimWorld. Alright, so that'll be that. You know. Oh, jeez. That would be crazy. Oh, for God's sake. Is that you? Why? What is with the weird random building that likes to put itself with the little feet below the foundations? Yeah, that would be crazy. Alright, let's see here. You... I think are there? Nope, I was wrong. There? Bingo. Okay, that. And then this can come back. 6. Oh, I didn't say that. I wouldn't agree, or I would not. Jeez, oh, Pete. Hold. And I didn't set the belt speed, so God knows what we're getting. We are getting speed 5. This is going to be 8 times 6, so 48. So these can be Mark 1 belts, in fact. What are you angry about, Caledorn? Hey, more beer. Welcome. 6. 6. And I forgot to change the belt speed again. That's fine. Everything Factory. I don't know if you're a fan of, but did you see they updated, they finally updated Smart? I was very happy to see it. So those will come together here, and they'll get lifted up there somewhere up here.
Poke, is that all you do?
Hey, Addicted, welcome. Are you a fan of the Smart mod, more beer? I'm assuming you're talking about Satisfactory here. Posture check and a hydrate from Addicted. Ugh. Oh, you don't use mods? Okay. I don't like the repetitive tasks, so I try to use them whenever I can. So this will be somewhere in this neighborhood, if I can find the right spot. It's not... It is that. Okay, so there'll be one here, and there will be one here. Addicted, I am a little bit sore today. It turns out, bowling is a much more physical exercise than one could assume. So we're just going to have to deal with this this bit of floor here, because I'm not moving everything now. I'm too lazy. It's just going to have a bit of dirt in the factory. We'll just call it a landslide. Yes, that's it. Call it a landslide. Snack tree. These are going to come from this side somewhere, these belts. We'll bring them down from up there somewhere, down into here somewhere, and then they'll go in and they'll turn, and they'll be stacked on top of each other, splitting both directions at the same time. And then the output belts will go up on that end over there. So let's see if we can figure out where we might want to poke these belts through. Yeah. Well, I haven't been bowling since at least in at least 15 years. So I have that excuse. It's a good one. Let's see. This here is that there. Processed all the iron, steel, copper, and titanium. You're doing it all. Oh, founders and assemblers. Okay, so you're working on your kind of basics a bit here. This is the center. This is actually where the splitter is like right there. The splitter would be, or whatever the line would be. So it needs to be to this side somewhere. Oh, you got to show for this wire and sheets. Yeah, I know what you mean. Or I know how you feel. I was in that position for a bit early on. The first building I built in this tier of the factory or whatever, this version of the factory was the one that has all that stuff in it. Over there. So it definitely, or way over there actually. So it definitely had a bit of that as well. Discover something life-changing today? What's that? This goes here, this comes out, this goes in there. So let's see here. We could definitely do anything to this side. And that was indeed this here. I think I want to do like, wait a minute. You change the size and color of your mouse cursor. Yes, you can. No, actually it's over here. That's there. That's just here. What if we did these lifts like this? That would put them, if I'm correct, it would put them here and here. And I am. Yeah, I know we've been able to do that since at least Windows 95. I think Windows 3.1. That's the first version of Windows I use, so I may not know from that. Hey, Red-Eyed Sniper, welcome. How are you? So what we'll do is we'll bring one of the belts out like this into one of those two, the other belt out like this into the other one of those two, and then we'll figure out where the up is going to be, but it'll be probably in this same block line someplace. And that'll be perfect. But I don't know which one I want where. I don't think it matters which one I want where, either. Top or bottom, that is. So we'll just kind of come down here. Like that. And we'll kind of go in here like this. You'll be here. I don't think it matters. It doesn't really matter at all. Got your phone fixed? Nice. Did you end up, you said you had the insurance, you didn't have to pay for it. Which is really good. Because that stuff can be a bear. Did it make it out well? Because, like I was saying the other day, they can sometimes not really work all that greatly. We'll make this the quick wire here on this level, I think. Just for funsies. 29 bucks. Nice. They still haven't changed or fixed that bug yet. And then the other one's a Mark III. That'll be steel. Let's do... Oops. That. Belt level 3. Here. 6. Space of 6. And then that got put in a horrible spot like that. All right. So the near belt will be Mark III, which will be the pipes. So far, so good. That's good. That'll go here. That's not going to be a good curve, so we'll do this way instead. And then this one will be the quick wire. That'll go here. Nope, nope, nope. There you go. And then into there. And that'll be the quick wire. Let's see. All these are Mark 1s, so we're good to go there. Nope. That's good. Sometimes the touch screen just doesn't really work all that well, but since you had the insurance, you can usually do a little bit better because they're gonna make a little bit more money off you because of the insurance. In the end, at least. Okay. There we go. All right, so we have pipes here. Get in there. Get in there. Why does that one look weird? Okay, just a weird. No reason. Then we have that. I don't think I can quite make that flight. Nope. Okay, we'll just go up the safety way here. Pipes are on the outer station because that's a Mark III lift here. Actually, we can actually hook these up. There. And here. Does that look weird? No. It does. Wait a minute. Oopsie. Box, wrong spot. Thank you, box. There. Try that again, Wally. You'll go there. I've not. So go here. What type of game is that? Is that like an RPG or something? Addicted? I don't know that I've ever actually played it. So go here, or seen it, I mean. Let alone played it. Yeah. This goes here. There. This goes here. Autosave, auto-hydrate. This comes in here. Guess I could use Smart for that too. I have gotten away from it because I haven't used Smart in... How long has it been? A few weeks? Action RPG? Knowing me, I would get irritated at it in about 5 minutes. You know what these lifts could use? Little arrow on it, little marking on it, telling you that this is the output end of it, without having to, you know, with just looking at it. A little bit a different decoration on the end to say, hey, this is the output. 819 lifter. Because there's not, that I can tell at least, a difference in the ends of these. Unless I'm just dumb. Okay, so I think we could hook the train stations up now. Kind of already getting done with this. Let's go ahead and name these. This is the Rocky Desert, of course. So RD. Guess I don't have a fancy name for this, so let's just call it S for Stator. This is Stator's out for that one. And then over here, this was Quickwire. And this one here is Pipe. What are we doing on power, by the way? It hasn't really come down any. Yeah, I can show you one of them. The 4 ways, I assume? That's what it looks like from a distance. And we can go float over top of this. I can give you the top down. The outer curve is 3 to 3, or 3 by 3. The inner curves are 4 by 4. Which line goes first? Which lines shoot first? I don't know what you mean. I do different placements, different times. So I guess I should make that look the same. If I'm going to do it halfway, I should do it all the way. Sometimes I do the straight throughs first. Sometimes I do the curves first. I don't really. It doesn't matter. It really does. It really shouldn't matter. With the changes they made to the stuff. But I do the 2 block or the 2 foundation segment there. That's for to have the intersection be extended out a little bit, and then these straight segments are 7 long. And then there's 2 again here. Since these are 3 and these are 3, and there's 1 between them, that's the 7. So, but otherwise, the order you place them in, I haven't found a difference really. Every once in a while, I'll get something goofy where it says you can't put another intersection here, and that just means I need to delete the rails going into there and do it. What was my 3 most hated annoying enemies in WoW, if I remember? Wow. Murlocs are pretty annoying. Yeah, Murlocs are pretty annoying. Gosh, I don't remember a lot. What was Hogger? Because his people were pretty annoying too. But in terms of hated, I don't even remember. I don't remember that there were that many that were that... Oh, a knoll, yeah. The Quillbores, yeah. They weren't that bad, though. They were not as bad as the gnolls were. Gosh, it's been so long. I mean, it's been... What year is it? 2022? It's been literally almost 5 years since the last time I opened WoW. Something is telling me there was something super annoying in, like... Oh god, it was something in the marsh. Something super annoying in the marsh. What was that? Or maybe the Blasted Lands. Somewhere in that area there was something that was super annoying. But for me to remember now what it was... Oh, I never hooked this... Never did that. Or copy that again. And I'm just thinking classic WoW, because getting beyond that... Wow. Playing WoW again. I could be tempted back, I think. Harpies, yes, the Harpies were always annoying. Mostly just because of their voices. But, yes, the Harpies were always annoying. That is true. The Centaur... They weren't that annoying. But, yeah. Let's see. So, we need to have 2 new trains? 1,000 needles, yep. Actually, no. We could probably just take the pipe train from that's going over there. Because we don't need pipes over there anymore. And just redirect it over here. So, we're just going to do a Quickwire train here. You. Okay. You. And then, you. I think 3, probably. You're fighting pugilists? Let's see, once load unload has been completed, or pugilism? Wait for 300 seconds. Yeah, just to go for a refresh. I think that can just go. Actually, let me ride that train. We'll have it drop us off. Throwing poop at you. Well, I mean, that's perfect. Remember the monkeys on Pandaria? You were close. Thanks for the ride. All right, let's take this pipe train that's here. And we will take it, we will change it. Edit the timetable. We're going to not come here anymore. We're going to go to here instead. Dang it, autosave. They've changed so many things in WoW that I know of that it's almost not even the same game from the last time I played it. Like adding the no longer being required. Oops, that's due 300 seconds. No longer being required to like level a certain order. Actually, no, I wanted fully loaded, unloaded, or 300 seconds. Yeah, let's do that instead. Save that. Delete this one. Save that. Cancel docking. Yeah, that's quite the change. It a lot of that came as a big surprise to me, given the way that the game, well, the franchise has been since the beginning. Really, it's fine. You can go through here and not load anything. I mean, for the fact that you're effectively working together now. I mean, I know lots of things happen in the 2 or 3 expansions since the last time I played, but yeah, it's quite something. Oh yeah, you could do the the neutral auction houses and stuff like that. Oh, they're not friendly? Oh, okay. Oh, never mind then. Give stuff from yourself to yourself? Yeah. Wait a minute, I put 2 cars on... Why did I put 2 cars on that one? I'm seriously having problems today, I guess. You wouldn't mind watching... Yeah, today. That's what I said. How dare you question me? Oh yeah, come on, let me do that because you're unloading. That's fine. We're going to come in here anyway, and we're going to edit this to do that. The thing that would tempt me back into WoW. Alright, I guess we gotta cancel the docking. Yeah. Is, Wrath Classic. That would be the thing that would tempt me back in. To be completely honest. I saw Aussie was playing WoW this morning, though. Alright, so you two are working now. We should be able to go downstairs. And possibly see this stuff zooming along. Look at that. And if I did it right, don't hold your breath, then these should kick off. Is that for playing WoW? That's not going to be a thing unless Classic Wrath rather comes out. And then even then, No, it probably wouldn't happen. It's just been so long. Hopefully this is all working. We're not getting pipes to the end yet, though. That'll take a little bit of time. It's our slower belt. The signals are the same as all my intersections. Here they come. All right, good. So let's do this here. Where do we want to lay this out? I have a double signal here on that 2 foundation output. And the reason for that is to free up the intersection a little bit faster. Otherwise, if you only have one of these here, then it doesn't actually free the intersection up until the back end of the train gets to that point. So this gives you a little bit of smoothness here. The input for the what's it called? Path signal is on the outer one of those. There's matched to the outer one of those. And then ideally you would have at least a double length stretch here where you don't have a block signal in between. So that you can have a larger section so the train doesn't brake as hard coming into the intersection because of the way the path signals work. Alright, so these should all start working now. It's just going to take them a little bit of time to get enough pipes down here. We're going to have to get this output going, ideally right about here. Maybe that could go... Yeah, I think that could go like right here. If that went there, then we would have a merger. If I could find the spot here. I think it would be right here-ish. One more. But having Wrath Classic would be a bit of an undertaking for them. I did it in the same spot again, didn't I? A bit of an undertaking for them. Not that it would be that much less than the other two, but then, you know, than the others, but it's Wrath is also the level where, at least the last time I looked at it, a lot of the private servers stopped development, which it should be telling to Blizzard if they're paying attention to that, which I can't believe they weren't. But pre-Cataclysm was the time for a where a lot of players really enjoyed the game, and I don't think there was a time since then that World of Warcraft has had quite the same success since Wrath. So, in a lot of ways, I think it would behoove them I didn't mind the grind in Wrath. For whatever reason. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. Wait, is this going to be goofy now? Yes. I'm on a squiggle point here. Do I just do the squiggle? Or do I do something different? Ho-ho-hum. Maybe I do something different then. Yeah, I'm going to pull this back by a bit. Here, I think, then? The other thing I didn't think about either was... No, I need to do this differently. Because I need to have enough... I need to have a place here for the drone port as well. So this needs to be done differently. Totally differently. All these stators going in my inventory now. If I send that belt that way, we do a merger down there, and then I force that straight into a splitter. Man, I wish we had the Dyson Sphere program style splitters in this game. Man, oh man. But we don't. Yeah, I always enjoyed the social aspect of it too, Caledorn. And I think that was at least part of what eventually made me quit playing, was most of my friends quit playing. The friends I had at the time, anyway. And a lot of my playtime for the last few months I played was totally by myself, in terms of friends and people I knew playing. Quest is to kill a heretic, huh? Yeah, that seems quite fitting for you, in fact. If that goes into a merger this way... Maybe I should put these out here instead. And then we put the splitter here. We'll come out one more. And then one of these can go up. And I think it wants to be this one. Here. And then the other one can come out to the drone port, which we will put right here. Well, I appreciate it. I just don't know that I can do it anymore. Some of it is too, I mean, it took up a huge amount of time. And I don't know that I have that kind of time anymore with all the other stuff I'm doing. With, do this. Like that. You know, with YouTube and Twitch and things like that. I mean, yes, I could stream it, of course. And that's definitely a possibility, but, you know, I don't even get the time I want to play Eco, for example, anymore. So, it's a tough... It's not... That's not what I mean, though. It's not about the time that it took to play. It's about the time that I took to play it. You know what I mean? And I didn't do all that much raiding either. If I did a pug. So it wasn't that big of a deal. Rating-wise, I wasn't that dedicated or whatever, rating-wise. Let's see. We're going to just temporarily hook that up. I think I might still have the name of the station in the queue here. I have that one. That's fine. We can do that. I need to change this around once I figure out how I'm going to get power down here. They still haven't... Oh, no, these are unloading now. They backed up. Right, okay. Then this is going to go up here. You are here, which I think is this one. No, it's that one. That was one of the things I was happy that they added, was the ability to play, to be a casual raider. Whenever that was they added that. Was that Late Cata? Or, no, that was, that might have been Late Cata. Hey, Evil Race, welcome. Eco is a time sink, but I love it anyway. I mean, I've got like 1,500 plus hours in it. So, yeah. And hey, Marshall, welcome as well. Yes, it's a cup of Joe. It's a cup of something. Yeah, LFR, yep. I was totally glad they added that because it gave me the ability to get some of that endgame stuff without having to be hardcore. One of the few good things about Cata, indeed. For now, we're just going to leave this here because I need a way to get the power out down here until we build a building around this, and I need a way to get... Thanks, this is just one of many factories in my factory. Whatever. They're all scattered around. They're in different states of completion. But they're all kind of the same type of layout, same type of design. That way I didn't have to think too much. Train stations usually on top of everything. Factory buildings underneath. Each building here makes 1 to... it varies a little bit. The big one up there makes several items, but usually 1 to 3 items in each sort of station. All up and down through the northern forest there, through the rocky desert here, and then a couple of things up in the crater lakes and up onto the red bamboo forest. So I've got almost everything being made now. I was actually looking through my spreadsheet that I have to see what I might be missing still, and it's not much. It's not much at all, which is kind of good. Alright, so we need to finish hooking up this particular, this station here. I want to dump off these stators that I settled myself with. If I do this, will that be good enough? Krazak the Heretic is a spider. Nice. I have interesting friends in my circle of heretics. Why, thank you, Calendar. I guess. There we go. So that'll be 12 times 8, 96 stators per minute. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. Yeah, with all the resources that are here in this area, and the fact that the Rocky Desert is largely flat, it makes it really nice for having similarly styled, similarly laid out factory buildings here. All right, good. We are loading those in now. Yes, we are. But then, like I said, I started in the northern forest, so I do have a few up there as well. Then it gets a little bit rough once you get beyond a little ways up there. You can see where the ramp goes up again, right there. Actually, I could probably get in there a little bit closer. Or I could just fly over there for that matter. Cheat flight. Once you kind of go up to that next level, it gets really rough really fast after that. So it's a little hard to put these kind of buildings in like this, with the building being under the station. You could do them side by side, of course, but it gets a little rough there. And then, of course, in Update 6, they changed... Actually, I could fly over there in case you haven't seen lately. We'll just do cheat flight here. They changed the canyon here, and the cliffs here, and the ocean area out here. All for Update 6. So they've radically changed this area. If you have stuff that you've built in that desert canyon, or in that cliff area, or in the in where all the oil source was there, you might have a problem if you haven't opened Update 6 yet. You also could randomly have a rock where your rails were. Arg. I haven't decided what exactly what I'm going to do with yet. I want to try to put a little bit of a tunnel stylized around it. That way it looks like it's a tunnel there, but I don't know if that's going to, if I'm going to be able to come up with something that I like. And if I don't, then it's just going to be, I'm going to curve the rails out and around the rock, and then that'll be it. So, yeah, there's quite a few changes here. And there's some changes over in the swamp, too, way over there. Don't go that high. Don't go that high, and don't do that either. But I haven't built over there yet, so quite a bit of stuff. Nearly everything in the game, like I said. The only thing I haven't done yet that's kind of a major thing is nuclear. Make the rock a centerpiece, exactly. But if I can make a tunnel look like, you know, like have it be black or whatever, so you can't really see that it's rock there, like a black wall or something, and then it looks kind of like a tunnel, then that's what I'm going to do, but I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off or not. Now that I have Smart back, I might be able to pull it off. Smart mod was just updated yesterday, so now I might be able to pull off what I want to do with it that I wasn't able to do before because I didn't have it. But we'll see. I haven't played with it now that I have Smart back. So this is Stators. That means we're done with this for now. I do have all, of course, the factory decoration type stuff to do, the walls and stuff. But I'm, of course, not going to do it. Let's go to the... let's go to this station. The old Stator station. None and none. Let's go here. Nope. There. And we're going to start making the tweaks now to the old Rotor Stator's Motors building to make it no longer make stators, to switch it over to the copper rotors, and to boost both rotor and motor production at that station. But it's going to be a little bit of work to get it done. There's also some trains that are scheduled to come to this station here that we need to find and redirect to the new one. Which maybe I should have done before we came out here. Let's see, timetable, Stator, train. Huh? I know I have a Stator train. Did I not name it? Here it is. Okay, you are here on your way back, so hopefully you are on your way to the new station, which would be really, really good if you actually are, because it actually has stators for you, and that means you're not going to come here and bother me. So we won't need this this stator station as an output station anymore. We will need it for an input station, so we're going to keep this here. It's going to have some stators in it. We're just going to tear it apart eventually and redirect everything. I do want to find which one of these things here is the stator one and disconnect it. This one here. There's not much here anyway. Let's do that. But this is kind of what the buildings look like once I finish them. Oh yeah, this was this mess. I'm just going to disconnect here for now. This has all got to get redone anyway, so why not? We need to also get the drone for this port. Turn it off. And then go to the new port. Here. And it needs to go to mall stators. And then back to S stator. No. Mall stator needs to go to S stator. There we are. This port goes nowhere. I could make it go to mall stator for a little while, I guess, until it gets out of here. A dad joke for Jeff. Let's see here. What vegetable is cool, but not that cool? Rad-ish. Rad-ish. Alright, so that should work for now, I think. Once the drone leaves here with its load, it shouldn't ever come back, and it'll go to the other one instead. We also need to discontinue this wire train. I'm guessing it's full. Rad-ish. It's pretty full. I don't remember what the ratio is on the wire versus the pipe usage here. Let's see, this is a Mark III. Was it 1-to-1? This is a Mark IV, so now obviously we're using more wire than pipe. Let's see how much of this wire we can wedge into this station, and how much of this wire we can use before I need it to be out of my face. Night, Nutmeg. Thanks for popping in. So this will become the copper sheets station for the copper rotors, and this will become the steel beams station for the copper rotors. We'll bring the stators in down there. Instead of an output, it'll be an input. And then we'll have motors still coming out here. We have two things picking up. Yeah. Alright, night Jeff as well. Have a good one. And then this station here will still be rotors out as well. And then I was going to have to build another station here for the electromagnetic control rods as well. So this will be a little bit switched around, but it'll be what it'll be. This needs to empty out. I guess I should have done that earlier. That was kind of dumb of me, I suppose. We'll just let that all drain out as it can. This floor right now makes rotors and stators, so we're going to replace it with just straight up rotors, but all copper rotors, of course. I wonder if I should discontinue the stators here or just let them run down. I'll just let them run out. And then we're making motors down here. And we're going to expand that radically as well. Once the time comes. So much. So much stuff. And I may also move over, by the way, this drone port for the motors, so that it is... Well, thanks, more beer. Yeah, yeah, I may move this over to a little bit, so that it's a little bit more, so it's not underneath the rotor one. And remember, this one's going away. Actually, it can go away now, I believe. Yeah, you can go away now. So maybe move it over so that it's underneath where this one is now. But yeah, thank you, Morebeard. This was my whole design goal for this particular playthrough, is to have a outpost, everything being outposted like this. We can redo this now. That can stay. This needs to change. And I'm pleased that it has held up so far with everything, because you never really know how it's going to work until you actually do it. This can come out. This needs to come out as well. Oh, that's where the power is coming from, so I can't take that out just right away. We need to change the power for this one then to be a... Here. That. And then this can go to here. And then this can come out. You can come down here. Autosave. But yeah, there have been a few kind of hiccups to work through. Some of it is, you know, like I was talking about earlier with the terrain up there in the northern forest. I wasn't expecting it to be as rough as it ended up being to build something up there. Oop, that's not the right color scheme. Let's change that. But it worked out. I just had to do something different than I planned. That's kind of the beauty of these kind of factory games of this type, is you can do something different. Like, you don't have to you don't have to follow any preset design if you don't want to. Alright, that'll work for that. That looks like it's the wrong... Oh, that is the wrong color scheme. Derp. There. Oops, I took this out and I shouldn't have. You stay. There. I was saying the other day, this could very well be the last time I played through this game in its entirety until 1.0 comes out. Because I can kind of feel myself, in some ways, feeling getting into the way of feeling burned out about it by the time I finish with this, just because there's just so much we're doing here. Alright, these are still zooming in. I still have some wire left in my inventory. Almost there. I need to drop 2 more stacks in that box. It's kind of funny how these don't seem to be getting... I must have something goofed up somewhere, because these don't seem to be getting enough wire. I may even have the belts messed up. 30 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 300 plus 40 times 10. Oh yeah, that's 700. I should have had these as Mark 5 belts. I bet you I built this when I didn't have them yet. And then I never came back and did it. Oops. Never came back and fixed it. That's fine. These 2 can be Mark 4s still, because 2 of them carrying at Mark 4 is going to be more than a Mark 5 anyway. That should help. Almost. But But I knew when I built this factory that it was not going to sustain my base to the end. I knew it was going to be, this one specifically, it was going to have to get redone or expanded or something. I really shouldn't have done all the building work because I knew I was going to have to do something with it, but it's fine. Steel I built to the right scale to begin with, so that when I was ready to expand it, it was fine. Same thing with all the iron and copper stuff up there in the concrete there. I don't know why I did this one the way that I did it. I guess I was having a bad day that day. Yeah, so we're using 10 to 30 and 15 to 40, so 25 to 70. I don't know how close we're going to be on the ratio of what we have left, but it'll be fine. I'll probably just shred everything that's left. Unfortunately, that means that I can't do anything with this just now, because it's got to clean out. It's got to empty itself out, and it's just not there yet. I should have come over here and disconnected all of this before we did that factory. So we need to find something else to do for a little while. Maybe that something else is going to be working on... We could go look at some of the mall stuff. Some of the ammos and the filters made up at the mall. And I can also show anybody who hasn't seen it, who's still here, what the mall looks like, too. Where all those drone ports are feeding. And if anyone hasn't seen any of my, all my spiral train lift work, I drone everything to the mall, yep. So everything in the base that's used for building, which is pretty much everything that's being made, gets sent by drone up here to the mall. And the mall's here in the red bamboo forest. I guess it's still right. Yeah, RB, red bamboo forest. Red bamboo fields, whatever. Up here, it could be the jungle. Actually, technically, I don't know which way where it is actually, but between the red bamboo fields and the red jungle, we have a mall up here, and here at the mall is going to be where everything that we make in the base that we need to use for building or need to use for ammo making is being shipped via drone. Ammo or filter making, and then we're going to do the ammo and filter making in a factory underneath, just like we're doing with all the rest of these. And then we'll have a whole kind of concise mall area here. And here we are. So, most everything is being droned into these 32 drone ports here. I have 4 more over here with capacity for 4 more. For any other items we might need for making explosives or ammo. Everything is in a industrial storage container. Every container has a 2 meter square sign showing the picture of the item that's in it, and then a 2 meter rectangular sign showing the name of the item that's in it. This is kind of your basic iron, copper, and then Quickwire stuff here. Then I get into the steel items, frames, and then the 2 quartz items. Here we have rubber, plastic, and fabric. Hey Gareth, welcome. Thanks for the resub. 4 months. Much appreciated. Rotors, stators, and motors here. And stators are still coming in because, well, we just switched it over to the new factory. Then turbo motors and cooling systems. Then we have AI limiters, circuit boards, radio control units, batteries, computers, supercomputers, and the 2 aluminum components here. And then finally, the 4 other items over here are high-speed connectors, electromagnetic control rods, black powder, and crystal oscillators. And I'm not sure if I need any of these other 4 or not, but the next plan will be to build that other factory and have a whole line of all the ammo and filters on this side. Here, kind of like these are. All the stuff being made underneath here, and then lifted up onto boxes up here. That's the plan. So in order to achieve that plan, we need to make, I think it's all freaking manufacturers, which means I need cable and plastic. Good thing we're at the mall. A couple of those. How are you doing tonight, Gareth? Cables over here. You and you. We'll be able to make a half a dozen of these. We're not going to actually probably set any of this up tonight. Let's see. I'll just put one down. We're going to, of course, have being made here the gas filters, which will need coal. And that's, you notice that's not in the mall. Luckily, there is a coal deposit. There's one over there. You can see it from here. But there's also one like directly underneath here somewhere. Right over there. Do that again. Right there. So luckily there's coal right under the base here, and we're just gonna mine that and send it up here. Easily enough done. Autosave, auto hydrate. But the other 2 are here. Rubber and fabric are here. By the way, we were using the alternate recipe for fabric, which got changed for update 6.2. I can't remember what it was before now, but it's like 30 blue goo and 30 water make 30 fabric or something like that now. I can't remember the exact ratio, but that might be what it is. And then the iodine filters will chain off of that, and we'll feed in the Quickwire and the aluminum casings to make those. No big deal. So this will make 7.5 per minute. This will take 3.75 per minute. To make 3.75 per minute, we're just going to do one manufacturer of each and call it a day. That'll be filters. Beacons, we're going to use the basic beacon recipe. It uses all the super basic items for iron and copper. We're just going to do one factory of those. Beacons aren't that useful anymore, but just because, I'm going to make them. Oh, we need them for ammo, right? Still for bullets, so maybe they're a little more useful than I originally thought. Bullets aren't made here. What else is made here? Anything else? Or are the bullets made here and I just don't remember? Assembler, maybe? Or do I need to unlock them because they're locked again at the... Rifle ammo, they're there. Beacons are also good for trains. Yep. For trains, I end up just making... You know, making 5 beacons and putting down the train. Actually, wait a minute. I just put down the train. They don't take beacons anymore. No beacons. They changed it for update 6. So they're almost useless now. They're actually not even using ammo anymore. I can't. Maybe we won't even make them. Maybe I won't even bother. And then we have to make things like rebar, which I think is made in the constructor itself. We also have to make this smokeless powder, which is made in a refinery. And that means we need to have HOR. And that's the other plan for this place. Refinery. Heavy oil residue. Smokeless powder we have unlocked. It's going to need to have 10 heavy oil residue per minute. Minuscule. Did I miss it? This one. So a tiny fraction of one of these, probably, unless we need to have more than one refinery making the smokeless powder. A 25% of this or whatever. We don't need any water, which is good. Crude oil, though. This is an interesting one. Oops, not you. That's not the right thing. Crude oil, please. There's crude oil 399 meters that way. Ping it again, please. Right there. That is a one of the fracking ones. The resource wells. So we're just gonna get whatever crude oil we need out of it for that, and pipe it over, similar to what I did with that big water pipe right there for the battery factory a while back. Just pipe it over here, crude oil, and then we'll just set up a refinery to turn it into HOR and blue goo. We'll just probably just shred the blue goo and dump the HOR into another refinery making smokeless powder. We'll feed the black powder in. We'll have that, and that'll be good. That'll give us the rifle ammo. And then the rifle ammo are used to make the other rifle ammos, the new ones. So we'll have to figure those out as we can. I'm probably going to just end up kind of hand feeding this a little bit, maybe, to get it done. So we can do the unlocks at the MAM. The rebar is made in the constructor. And I want to make all the rebars too, just to have them made. Iron rebar, of course, is iron rods. That probably will be more than enough unless the other recipes take a crap ton. This one's going to take, the stun rebar, that is going to take 10 per minute to make 10 per minute. I don't even know that I'm going to have that at 100%. I may not even bother. I may just turn that down to like 50% or something. But we'll have to see. Because I'm not going to use the rebar, so it's just going to be making it to have it made. Let me actually grab the MAM, and let's take a look at this again. See if there's anything else we can unlock. I need to go get my guts to make the alien protein. It's all down at the original part of the base. We have here the homing rifle ammo. We need to have 500 ammo to research that, so we're going to have to kind of hand feed some ammo making for that, I think. This will be made in a constructor, though, or an assembler, though, so maybe we can just plan for it. Mycelia is going to give us these toxic cellular modification. We're going to need some mycelia and biomass for that. I have some of that around. We'll also need to do this shatter rebar, which we can make once we have rebar going. That'll be made in a assembler as well. This will be a actually, I don't know, because this isn't, nope, I can't tell actually, because these are the recipes. Never mind. These are the recipes to unlock, not the recipes to make. I need to make a bunch of rebar, a bunch of the ammo, and a bunch of the nobelisks, so that we can unlock those 3 other recipes there. You need just a handful of sulfur. I could have grabbed that so many times and didn't. We have some more rebar here, some more nobelisks here. I'm going to have to ship encased uranium cells here to make these, which is going to be interesting to do. I may put those in a special drone port in a special part of the base, or a special part of the mall, to keep them separate, because that could be dangerous. And turbo rifle ammo requires packaged turbo fuel to unlock. I don't know if it requires it to make or not, but it's going to require 50 of it to unlock it. And that could become interesting as well. If it requires it to make it, I'm going to have to figure out how exactly I want to do that. The way to do that might be, let's actually go into cheat flight mode here for a minute. The way to do that might be just to package some of the fuel down here that we're making. Maybe make a little bit more, package some of it, and drone it from the fuel power station down here up to the mall. If we need it for crafting, if we're gonna need it for just to unlock it, to make 50 of it, we'll have to just, you know, make it in refinery. Is that where that stuff's made? Yeah, turbo fuel. I'll probably just hand feed the compacted coal for it. Ugh, takes compacted coal. Although we can make it out of the... Ooh. We can make it out of the heavy oil residue, so we could make it locally with that heavy oil residue. We're not going to need much, so that would be fine. We just need to ship coal up there. Or, sorry, sulfur up there, because we have coal already. And I could drone some sulfur up there if we needed to. Let's go grab some sulfur while we're talking about sulfur. Sulfur, sulfur, sulfur. Need 25 sulfur. I've got 100. I'll probably just trash the rest. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. Oops. Stop. Don't do that. Stuck key thing. Here? Yeah. Ooh. It's the good kind. Yeah. 25 coal.
Who?
Exactly. And then turbo fuel is going to take the compacted coal to unlock. That takes a hard drive? That's interesting. I mean, I've already got it unlocked because this save is from Update 5, but that's an interesting concept. Oh, that took a hard drive to unlock too. Interesting. Alrighty. That unlocks those few. That makes me happier. So I think what we'll do maybe is kind of work towards manually unlocking these things. The old-fashioned way, we can definitely set up the extractor, the resource well extractor over there, run the line over here however I want to run it, which I haven't decided yet either. And we could start laying out a factory down here too. But we'll probably do all of that next time, or you know, in the next time, because it's already just about 11:30, so we should probably wrap up for tonight. Tomorrow night, a couple months worth? I don't think so. I mean, I think we'll be able to do most of this stuff in 1 or 2 streams here at the mall. We'll get the rotors and motor stuff fixed up in 1 stream, I think. Well, we'll learn all that more, beer, when 1.0 comes out, they say. And then nuclear's going to take a little while, but I think rotors and motors will have fixed up 1 more time, or 1 stream. We'll have this done in a couple of streams, I think, and then after that, it'll just be nuclear. So, it could be a couple more months. Like, we could be looking at Labor Day by the time we finish this. I just don't know at this point. We'll have to kind of just see how it works out. So we're gonna end here though tonight. Tomorrow night is Raft. We're heading back on to the Raft, And we're going to keep... Yeah, not your Labor... Not Labor Day with a U. Labor Day without a U. It's a different day. So tomorrow night we're going to do Raft. It'll be, you know, partially it's partially a community game. We have a couple of extra, a couple of spots available for community members if you'd like to join. Hop into Discord and give me a holler. Yeah, we can raid Taco. I do have a redeem for that, Calidorn. And then I think I'm gonna have to cancel my stream on Tuesday. I have to get up super early on Wednesday, so I think I'm just gonna cancel the stream on Tuesday rather than streaming for like an hour. If you want me to stream for an hour, if you want to persuade me to stream for an hour, yell at me in Discord too. Otherwise, we'll just save it for Thursday, I think, for the next time we come back to Satisfactory. I only have 14,000 points left. Just sleep. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is just cancel it instead of doing a super short stream. An hour is not really that exciting, I don't think. But yeah, I know, Calidar, and I'm just busting your chops. Yeah, we can raid Mr. Taco. He's playing Raft, which ought to be interesting to see how he plays Raft. Looks like he's got BL Andrew, Perforated Soldier, and Sonkig in there with him. So that should be an interesting group of probably slightly tipsy, slightly inebriated folks in there. But we'll see what they're up to. So thank you guys for coming tonight. Thanks for all the chatting, the redeems. Thanks, Gareth, again, for the resub. Stick around for the raid. Give Mr. Taco a hello from me, or with me, and we'll see you all tomorrow night for our own game of Raft. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.